Sometimes words just ain't words, TJ.
Uh-huh.
They cut so deeply into the fabric that holds our society together that law enforcement is forced to arrest you for saying bad words. Like,
oh, here we go.
You're destroying a society, TJ. You are
destroying
the
glue
glue that
fabric
binds
of
us all
society.
Together is being cut and frayed.
The moral
by people
fabric of society.
who are using naughty words. There's people being arrested for cursing.
Live, local from WPTV. This is News Channel 5 at 5:30. Local coverage you can count on.
Right now, a Treasure Coast family is fuming after their teen is arrested for cursing in public. Good evening. I'm Michael Williams.
I'm Shannon Kakin for Kelly Dunn tonight. He allegedly swore.
That's not a crime.
No, there's no. There was no victim.
Yes, there was.
Oh,
At
watch the
Port
story.
St. Lucie Park, and police say the foul language is against the law there.
No, it's
News
not.
Channel 5's Ricky Klaus was part of
Oh,
the
it
largest
is.
The police
news
are
show on
wrong.
the Treasure Coast. She is
Nope.
live.
All right, so I'm going to prove that wrong real quick. Let me just do that.
You're not in St. Lucie County, so it doesn't matter. It's illegal in St. Lucie
You're not going
County.
to prove anything wrong, TJ.
Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances.
It's disorderly
the
conduct,
part,
TJ.
the part that you want to pay attention to is or abridging the
You are
freedom of speech.
disturbing the peace, TJ. You are disturbing the peace.
At that park tonight for us to fill us in. Ricky?
Kelly Michael, this teen's dad is calling this a case of selective enforcement. Police are calling what happened here at McChesney Park unacceptable.
I think
I
you're
agree.
unacceptable.
I agree. It is unacceptable. It's unacceptable that someone was arrested for saying words you don't like.
Steve Pierce is not proud of what his child did, but he says it wasn't
What a pussy. If I was his dad,
I'm not proud of what he did.
I'd be like, fuck this system, fucking arrest me too, faggots. Fuck you.
criminal.
The arresting officers'
Are pieces of shit.
actions were just as abhorrent as the language used by my son.
No, it
No,
wasn't.
no,
they were
Not
way more
just as
abhorrent.
abhorrent. They were 10,000 billion times more abhorrent.
Pierce's 15-year-old son was sitting with friends under a tree at Port St. Lucie's McChesney.
Oh my God, society
In
could
Park
collapse.
last-
Cursing with his friends under a tree.
How dare he?
Police say it appeared he was singing along with an MP3 player. Then, all of a sudden, he screamed out 2 curse words and a racial slur.
We reserve arrest as the last resort, but in this
Oh, it's the last resort, huh?
It shouldn't even be a resort.
Look, he was forced
needed
to.
be made.
A parks officer says there were children
Oh,
on the
no.
playground.
Oh, no.
He
Think of the
arrested
children.
them, citing a St. Lucie County ordinance.
And those children are all going to grow up to be serial killers now because
Don't
they
you know a
heard those
child's
curse
head
words.
explodes if they hear
It
fuck?
says no person shall engage in insulting or indecent language or behavior that breaches public peace.
I have a big problem with criminalizing a 15-year-old boy over a mistake that
It is a
wasn't
breach of peace.
directed
Wasn't even a
in
mistake.
animosity.
Pierce says criminalizing language is a slippery slope. Port St. Lucie Police Chief John
No, it's not a slippery slope. You're already at the end result of the
Yep.
slope. When you're arresting someone for language, it's not like a slippery slope that's leading somewhere worse. It already is the
Yeah,
bad thing. You're already there.
Well, it's just insane. I mean, yeah, obviously.
This is like the biggest fucking shoot and shoots
I
and
mean, look,
ladders.
it's
is what
fucking.
that is.
It's maybe in poor taste to do it around kids, but it shouldn't be illegal. That's the worst.
Rolled
That's
up
the
to-
worst thing I can say about it.
Yeah, I don't think you get to legislate taste.
And that's how I feel too. I mean, I don't think it's right.
Well,
to
you
arrest.
do in Port St. Lucie.
defends
and-
the arrest.
When I found this video, I will say this too. I was hoping like, oh, well, this is an isolated incident. This didn't happen again. Play the next video, TJ.
Next video.
So this is actually in Australia. This is Sydney, Australia. So it happens all over the world. In case you're
Crikey.
wondering.
Crikey. Shrimp on the barbie.
This guy's walking around.
This is a knife. All right, I've exhausted all my references now.
I'm not even gonna.
Oh,
touch
no,
him.
I haven't. Foster's Australian for beer. All right, now I have.
Okay, now you got it.
What are you up to? None of your business. Oh, business?
Oh, this guy's awesome.
Why are you stopping me? Why am I stopping you? Yeah. What are you doing here? None of your fucking business. Yeah, here, mate. That's an offence, all right? My name's Constable Richie, under arrest at the moment for offensive language, okay?
Under arrest for offensive language?
Just chill
You
out.
said fuck to a cop.
What's your problem?
Offensive language.
Why are you stopping? I'm not entitled to stop anyone. I want to have a chat. Well, I don't want to have a chat with you. Okay, we're at the moment. You're under arrest, so you're not free to leave. Are you freaking kidding me? No, I'm not. What's with the attitude? Listen.
You're the one with the attitude, faggot.
Yeah, seriously, did he walk up to you and say some shit?
Yeah, if
I hate these fucking pigs that
If he
instigate
did-
this bullshit and then fucking turn around and act like it was you.
Some little 12-year-old
Yeah.
fucking cop comes up to
offensive
you.
language, dude. Come on, offensive
What you
language.
doing here, mate? What are you doing walking down the street? Why are you walking down the street, mate?
It's not like he's in someone's yard or trying to break into someone's window.
Isn't
And
there
he's
a crime to be solved somewhere? Don't you got
Apparently-
something to fucking do other than harass a dude walking
I
down
thought
the fucking
Australians were
street in
supposed
the
to be
neighborhood?
tough. Why does this cop look like a little pussy bitch?
Yeah, I know, dude.
Just smack him in his little face.
Looks like 12.
Chill out. I am
Just chill out, mate.
You're not chill, mate. You're working. You fucking worked up. Just chill out.
You could. Oh, he
Wait a
can
minute.
curse
Oh,
though.
so he's under
worked
arrest
up.
because you can say fucking worked up. Okay, cool.
fucking worked
You got a
up.
different set of rules.
I'm under arrest for using offensive language, and now you're using offensive language?
Yeah, arrest himself, dude.
Go arrest yourself.
Okay? A generally ordinary citizen is happy to talk to police. Give us their details.
What?
and
No,
we'll get
what?
on your way.
No.
Okay?
Show me your
Don't need to
papers.
ruin your day.
Where are your
You need to make
papers?
sure that you're not up to no good in this area, okay? This is not an area generally where people walk through. Okay?
Okay.
Don't make me drag you to the kangaroo court, mate.
Everything's unusual for you guys. Oh, you got your hoodie on.
People
You're
don't
giving us
generally
an
walk
attitude.
through this
Everything's
area.
done. That exactly goes towards our reasonable suspicion, okay? Exactly what you said. You need
Reasonable
That's
suspicion? You're
100%
walking
correct.
around.
You know how this works?
You can't be walking around here, mate.
And we form that reasonable suspicion, okay?
No,
Understand
not
that?
okay.
Yep.
It makes no
okay,
sense.
don't see where we're coming from. We're just here
I
doing
don't
our
care
job.
about where you're coming from, pal.
Okay. Don't call me pal.
Pal.
I call you whatever
Come
he
on, pal.
wants.
What are you gonna do, pal?
Don't call me
You're
pal.
not.
What's your problem?
You're my
What's
problem.
yours?
What's your problem?
He's
Bro,
walking
Adolf
along
Hitler
doing
fanboy?
nothing, and you're
Stop.
hassling him.
Sorry, what did you just call me?
Adolf Hitler
Why
fanboy.
am I an Adolf Hitler fanboy?
You're a Nazi.
Why am I an
You're acting like the Gestapo, you idiot.
Yeah.
I find that incredible.
Yeah, it's not a difficult.
You're
reference
stopping
to
a dude
grasp.
going about
I
his
find it totally
business and asking
offensive
for his
that I'm being
papers
stopped
for no reason.
because I'm
You
walking
don't
along
get
this
it?
road.
Richie, I'm from Surrey Hills Police, okay? As I've explained to you before, I have reasonable suspicion, okay, to believe that you may have committed offence in this area, okay? You're walking around, you're nervous, you're apprehensive. This area is known for breaking
Because a
and
cop walked up to him for no
Won't give
reason.
you details. At this stage, I'm going to submit you to a search, okay?
That's the last one though, right, Scotty?
Only happened twice in the history of law enforcement, I'm sure.
I'm afraid not, guys.
So I'm in Helen and walk into the pre-meet.
And we've all been in Helen
So
before.
this is Helen,
She's
Georgia.
Quite, she gets around.
Open container, I guess, is against city ordinance and or Helen, Georgia rules. So I'm getting a citation and letting everybody else know that is on their way down here. If you drink in public, you will be cited, and there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
No, they don't tell you.
They don't tell you, but ignorance of the law is no excuse, so I will side with them on that. However,
Why?
Why? It's bullshit.
Ignorance of the law is no excuse is the stupidest fucking argument ever. You're supposed to obey rules that you're not aware of. Like, how does that make sense?
I do think it's kind of lame, but at the end of the day, they got a job to do, so.
Well, I mean, we
They-
pause it.
they have to-
Well,
they're
we're saying-
obligated to
you can't say
harass
I
you.
didn't
It's
know
one of those
murder
deals
wasn't a
that's
crime,
really
so I killed you.
sucks,
but
but
having an open container is such
I'll
a
come down
minor
and pay it
offense.
later, I guess.
What?
Don't cuss in public neither.
Yeah, I am. This isn't okay. Hey, so Morgan's getting arrested because he just cussed in public. I wasn't sure that that was a law.
It's
so
not.
let's watch all of this happen right now.
You done cussed in Georgia.
You ain't allowed to do this.
You ain't allowed.
I think this is a town, if I remember correctly, it's like a German town kind of thing. So it's like, yeah, if you look at the buildings back
Well,
there.
it certainly
Yeah, it fits.
it does fit.
Yeah.
Oh, your
Fitting,
papers with all
fitting
the
motif for the stupid little
you have
Georgia
the open
shithole.
container. Oh, you must have a summons. Damn.
This fucking microphone thing is on its last legs. I'm just hanging it here from now.
I don't blame you.
Just dangling now.
So, Paul, that's the end of it, right? That's the end, right?
End of what?
The end of the people being arrested for cursing videos,
Of course. Yeah, it's only happened 3 times.
right? Play the next video, TJ.
I appreciate James Freeman, dude. Peace. Peace to Sewer Dog. God.
Sewer dog?
He's got a way better beard than me, too. The one that fucking got me to be fuck the cops. Fuck them motherfuckers.
Look what you're doing,
fuck
Eric.
This one, fuck that one, fuck them. Fuck them.
Uh-oh.
Fuck you.
Uh-oh. The oinkers are mad.
Oh, he said fuck the police. Oh, you made a mistake.
Oink, oink.
Uh-oh. But you know what? The police are going to respect his First Amendment right
You know who it is.
Another one.
in public to say whatever he wants, of course.
Flipping anybody off is protected by the
You
First
know I
Amendment.
won't give you the time of day. What's going on today?
What's going on today?
No? Well, leave him alone. Leave
Yeah,
him alone.
I'm gonna
What are
arrest
doing
you
to
now.
us? Run. What are you doing? Guys, what are you doing?
You're gonna
to
get
us?
arrested now, sir.
No, he's not.
You said fuck the police.
What the?
Yeah.
Guys, what is wrong with you?
for?
For saying fuck the police.
Oh, okay.
Fuck
Got
him.
it.
What the hell is wrong with you guys?
Arrest him too.
Yeah, arrest
He
this
said hell.
criminal.
Police department. Guys, he's standing on a public sidewalk.
You know who I am, you motherfucker.
Yeah, this is exactly the country I want to live in, where just like a triplet team of jackbooted fucking shock troops show up every time somebody throws the bird up. Man,
Well-
wave those stars and stripes.
Well, the
man.
context was, I think this guy was involved in an accident.
Who cares?
And then the police
I don't
showed
even know
up.
what they tackled him because he flipped that cop.
Yeah, that's
off.
why they did it. Yes, of course. But I'm
So-
saying, but
Hooray for
that's
the
why they were
red,
there. To
white,
begin
and
with.
blue.
Fuckers.
Talking. What is wrong with
Oh yeah,
you?
light up the whaler. You got a hot one here.
Give us your hands. You have to
It's
comply,
free
sir.
speech on a
Oh,
public
these are some
sidewalk.
weak ass fucking cops.
This is all.
Why are you having so much trouble locking this
They're
one guy up?
arresting him for
Takes 3
speaking.
dudes to tackle a dude. Man.
What is there to it then? What more is there to it?
There's more
They're
to it.
arresting him for speaking his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
And I love how the old people
It-
are like, it's fine, son.
There's more to it than that.
Even if
sir.
there's a lot more. Well, no, but
What about my hurt pride?
And bullshit, there's more to it. The only time they got out of the vehicle, when he was standing around, they didn't give a shit. They said, fuck the police, and he flipped them off, and suddenly, what's going on today?
Yeah. All of a sudden, they're
Oopsie-doopsie.
interested.
Good man, freedom of speech, Manny DeCastro.
Freedom of speech, man.
Manny DeCastro.
Yeah, you don't tease me, bro. All right. Well,
Freedom-loving America, dude.
and the home of the brave.
How about some more prudes, TJ?
I like prudes.
We gotta have more prudes.
Where are they at?
So that's the next video, 1985 news.
All right.
Explicitness. It is like going to a porno movie.
Cool.
And seeing everything.
So this is offensive
Yeah.
language
It's a
and
porno
imagery
hearing
and stuff
session.
from music, TJ.
And the kids are hearing everything.
Cool.
Mary Elizabeth Gore says she was shocked at what she was hearing. Gore is the mother of 4 and the wife of a United States senator. She's joined.
Gross.
Tipper.
I thought her name was Tipper.
It's Tipper.
Why is it? Is it Mary Elizabeth?
That's like a nickname.
Tipper.
Tipper's like a nickname.
Didn't we hear about her earlier in one of these things? It was
Tipper.
what was it? It was
I think it wasn't the Satanic Panic?
old like putrid Gore. They were talking about her. I
Oh, okay.
Tipper Gore.
Joined with other influential women to form the Parents Music Resource Center.
think. Gross.
Well, my 11-year-old likes Prince. However, on the album Purple Rain, there is a song called Darling Nikki, which deals with the subject of masturbation, and that is in the lyrics. I did
That's too offensive.
not feel that was appropriate for my then 10-year-old child to have purchased.
Then don't. I don't know.
Then
Don't let them listen to
don't
it. I
let 'em-
guess.
yeah.
I mean, he's still gonna anyway.
Do you need some stupid
Like
parental
Gore's
counsel
group,
to
the
advise
National
parents?
PTA is asking record companies to voluntarily label records, tapes, and cassettes
And they
that may
won.
be considered obscene.
While the parents' groups are calling for voluntary restraint, some in the industry fear encroachment on the First Amendment.
I'm very concerned that we're talking about some form of censorship here, which I absolutely do not believe in.
A recent hit of Sheena Easton's called Sugar Walls about sexual arousal was yanked from several radio stations.
The decision was, well, let's test it. See what happens. We put it on.
Pretty sure that guy there is possessed by the devil.
Who is the music director for Z100, one of the top radio stations in the New York City area? His programming philosophy, if it's selling, he'll play it, unless he gets complaints.
We received a
That's a
number of
stupid
complaints.
philosophy.
Yeah, what a sad philosophy.
I'm gonna play it unless someone complains, and I'll stop.
From parents who felt that the record should not be played. So therefore,
So why don't they
we
change the
felt
channel?
It just wasn't worth playing it.
It's me, Freddie Snakeskin, here on KROQ-FM.
K-Rock in Pasadena is known in the trade as a progressive rock station.
We're not out here to sell sex. We're out here to play what our audience likes.
The National Association of Broadcasters has stepped into the controversy.
We're trying to tell the owners and the managers of these various broadcast properties to be sensitive to the music that their program directors and
This is
disc
exactly the
jockeys
guy I
were
want
playing.
deciding what I can hear.
Yeah, you know,
He
you
looks
look at that guy, it's
exactly
like
a dude.
man, I want this dude controlling my tunes, man.
Well, thankfully, this is from 1985, so this is as old as TJ.
To be censorship, then it should be in the home And
no, it shouldn't be anywhere.
That's where it should start, and that's where it should end.
But the kids will tell you the parents can't be everywhere.
I don't think the mother can stop the child from listening to the radio or watching TV.
No shit.
Hey, why should they, put a limit to what I want to listen to? It's a free country. We can do whatever we want to do.
My parents, they don't like.
You know, I just realized you never really even hear people say it's a free country anymore.
No.
They'd be fucking fools.
I think
to say that.
I think the delusion has died.
Yeah.
It's a free. It's a
We've
semi.
given up on that.
It's a semi-free country.
Because I wanna.
It's a free-ish.
We're free-ish.
Even that seems like it's going too far.
Like me listening to the music, but I explain to them that it's like just normal music.
Wow, yeah, you explained the shit out of that.
It's like music.
It's like music, so it's just music, It's
Mom
music.
and Dad, it's fucking music.
Man, I hate humanity.
How about stuff you can't say on TV, TJ?
I like it. What is this? You want to play the next one?
No,
not that.
Not this yet.
Not yet. Okay.
We have one more article on, then we're gonna actually play that.
Ah, all right.
These are these horrible. The video you have up is those horrible, they redub the lines for movies.
Oh,
and
I
shit.
hate that.
Yeah, that's awful.
That's gonna be fun. All right, so this is the one you want.
Yep, this is it. So scroll down a little bit. Over the past 50 years, swearing in front of a large audience has shifted from the obscenity crime to the norm. While this trend has been underway for decades, the Trump administration is accelerating this change at an unprecedented rate. Whatever with that.
It's hand-wringing over Trump. Like, who cares?
So we'll just skip that first thing because that's just whatever. So 1961, comedian Lenny Bruce faced his first charges for obscenity after swearing in a stand-up comedy set. After entering a cycle of being released and arrested, he was finally detained and charged for obscenity in 1964, where he was found guilty. In 1970, Bruce was posthumously pardoned for his charges, indicating the beginning of a shift towards tolerating vulgar language. Okay, obviously we talked about George Carlin before, and those are the 7 words you can't say on TV.
Fuck, shit, cunt,
tits,
cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
think
all of them?
something like that.
Fuck, shit, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker. That's only 6. Is it ass? Is there ass in there?
Asshole.
Asshole?
It probably is asshole.
Okay.
So the Supreme Court. Okay, so Carlin's rant on the 7 words was central to the FCC versus Pacifica Foundation case, in which the Supreme Court determined that Carlin's language was indecent but not obscene. Limitations can be imposed on language, but this depends on the context of the language. This case led to more lax rules on television.
Piss.
Was that
piss?
Oh, piss. Led to more lax rules on television between the hours of 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. because this is presumed to be when children are asleep. So when children are asleep, then you can say naughty words.
What is this fucking weird protect the kids from the bad words thing?
I don't
It's like
really
the
know.
last little bastion, because adults can't credibly claim to be genuinely offended by it anymore. So now they got to get offended on behalf of kids who don't even know how to be offended.
So go up a little bit, TJ. So in 1999, an episode of Chicago Hope said the word shit uncensored for the first time in network television history.
Shit.
And of course, I actually remember this one. 2 years later, an episode of South Park aired the title "It Hits the Fan," in which they said the word shit uncensored a total of 162 times and displayed it written 38 times for a total of 200 uncensored uses.
Nice.
Comedy Central, the channel that airs South Park, is a cable channel that is more responsible to advertisers than the FCC, but this does not entirely take away from the significance of the event. 200 uses of one of the most indecent words is a milestone, and the lack of consequences shows the progress made towards normalizing and accepting swear words in the national forum. So then, of course, we have the next one, which is Stephen Colbert was reporting on Trump's comment about first-rate pussy.
I mean, that's just news.
Yeah, on his late night show.
The news is always cussed.
And went on to use the word pussy multiple times without being censored. While it was after 10 p.m., this was uploaded to YouTube. Traditional late-night talk show hosts would avoid using such vulgarity, especially uncensored. But since the monologue was founded off a direct quote from the President of the United States, Colbert is seemingly absolved of any backlash. Which that is true. During the Watergate scandal, when his tapes came out, basically whatever Nixon said, he said fuck, whatever he said, they actually did print in a number of major newspapers.
Yep, because the president said it.
That's what they basically said. Then the further down the trough, it was a little bit harder. Some similar examples can be seen with Jimmy Kimmel, Conan O'Brien, and multiple cable news channels. Network TV is monitored by the FCC for content that pushes the line from acceptable to offensive to obscene, which is kind of bullshit anyways.
I got in trouble with the FCC once for cussing on public airwaves.
You did?
Yeah, on my fucking CB radio. I've told you guys that story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the fucking sheriff came to my mom's house and had me come down to the sheriff's office, and there was a fucking FCC agent there and interviewed me about the language I was using on my CB radio.
Damn.
So I was cussing at truckers and stuff as they went by. So, yeah, dude, I've been oppressed. I've been oppressed by the language police,
So,
man.
you know what? The FCC has cracked down. You know, it's hard to fucking say it, but more and more, you can say whatever the fuck you want on television. So, TJ, here's some from back in the day, some funny TV edits that I found when they redubbed curse words out of movies.
I love these.
Before you go anywhere, if you aren't already coming to our meetup Friday, September 6th, 2019 at the Howling Wolf in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Nolan, boy!
Oh, my boy.
Then what the fuck are you doing with your life? You have two options. You got a $20 option and a $60 option. $60 option is VIP. That means you get to come in like an hour early and chill with us in a smaller group setting.
Free booze.
Wait, oh yeah, that's right. Free booze.
For the VIPs, there's
That's
free
true.
booze.
I mean, how do you turn that down?
Free draft beer, free well liquor.
Gee willikers, Paul, I just turned 18. I surely can't go, right?
No, absolutely you can go. This is an 18-plus meetup, a highly requested feature that I don't know that we've done many.
Not
18-plus. We've done a couple. So if you're under the drinking age, you just got to get your I'm a Young Kid band on your fucking wrist, and you can come right in if you're 18-plus. Come on in. You can watch everybody else get drunk and hang out with a bunch of neckbeards. And, lest we forget, this is the time to become a patron. There's more shit on your plate as a Pessimist Productions patron now than at any time in the history. We're about to breach 5,000 patrons, which means...
But, Paul, I am a serial killer and murder people for a living.
We don't
Can
give
I
a
still
shit.
become a patron?
Absolutely. Your fucking money spends just as well as anybody else's.
Wow.
I'm so hungry for content, Paul. Is there lots of content to feast upon?
Well, listen, you could go to the other meager offerings on your plate and on Patreon, or you could come to the fucking buffet, the most fucking content you're going to get from $5 out of any independent creator. And if you want to call me wrong, I challenge you to show me somebody that works harder than these neckbeards to fill your plate with juicy, heaping piles of steaming, cheesy, gravy-covered content week in and week out. In fact, I'll tell you, if we get one complaint from our patrons, it's no more. I can't eat another bite of steaming, delicious content. But you know what? We funnel it down their fucking throats anyway.
No, please, Paul, not more content.
You eat it, bitch! Come see us in September 6th at the Howlin' Wolf. Link down in the description. Become a patron right now. Link down in the description for that too. Quit living a double life, okay? Come out to your families and friends as a true fucking fan of the best podcast that anyone has ever conceived of, let alone filmed and delivered on a fucking consistent schedule.